Oh, did you check the volume on these already?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is awkward.
Yes. So, yeah. It just caught us in the act
What act?
of figuring out something that we don't know
Oh, okay.
that we did.
That's not
And
usually called the act, though.
Well, you know what? Sometimes I use different words than how I mean them.
Okay. Our pants are up.
Yes.
I promise.
And our shit is down.
Hmm?
No.
Okay. So anyways, I'm Blake.
I'm Ian.
All right. This is Awk Awe.
And this is a podcast. Wait,
Yep.
no, that's
Okay.
what just happened.
I don't know.
I screwed up the outro on purpose last week, and now it rolled over to accidentally doing it this week.
Yeah, that's okay.
Huh.
Eventually AI will do this for us.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little segue there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, just a tiny bit.
Just a tad, yeah, because that is what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
And having fun with.
Yeah. So
Fun with AI.
AI is kind of a polarizing topic right now. I'm not sure why it hasn't been this entire time, but it seems like out of nowhere, more and more, especially artists are livid with it.
And I'm livid for them.
And I get it, man. You can hop on AI, you can type in a couple of words. You've never been artistically inclined, and now you can make a cool image for yourself. And that's great. That's fine. I don't know. If you're making a cool galaxy photo, then whatever, man. Like, that kind of shit doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is when people, I guess there's still a part of it that's bothersome because AI is written to ingest and take over all of this art that none of these artists have given permission for. It's taking all of it and it's just generating whatever it wants based off of it. No artists ever get credit because it's mashing together a million different things. And I think recently, at least like within the last month or so, what really sparked it off. So it all happened like a month ago. Miyazaki came forward. He was like over Howl's Moving Castle and like all of those different movies and stuff like that. People had started generating art in his style. Mm. His style is very specific. Like, it's not my taste in movies, right? That my hair is just up all of a sudden, and that's okay.
Give him that Nick Cage from Con Air pose.
I just, I don't know. It keeps, like, falling in my face in a weird way. Fuck it. It's too much work. Okay.
Rock and roll.
I can't decide how I want my hair. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, Miyazaki, his artwork's very distinct. And,
you really make my head look so small.
No, dude, I've got the biggest head in the world. Man, I know. I know. And when you look over here at it, it's very drastic. Like, it's I don't know why.
I gotta cover this.
I cover this up. Okay. I just have a gigantic head, man. Anyway, so his art is very distinct, and people started like generating art in his style, and he's totally against it. And I think all it took for some people to want to stand up more is seeing somebody of his caliber step forward and say, like, I'm not for AI. I'm completely against this. And so everybody else, I've seen that trickle into other artists that I know, and now all of a sudden they're saying stuff as well. And that's fine.
That's what started the writer's strike, wasn't it?
Something along those lines. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's just people utilizing AI. I think AI has its uses. I don't think art is one of them. I don't think that it should be expected to write comedy for you. I don't think that it should be expected to make art images music,
straight up music.
all of these things, like, leave that. Like, I'm okay with, like, let's not get crazy, because I've also seen it where BB No Money, if you know who he is or you don't,
no,
he came forward recently and said, like, he only wants to hire artists to do art for him, no AI generated shit. And some people in his comments were like, oh, look at this guy, don't you use fake instruments instead of hiring somebody to do the instruments for you? Don't you use this and that? And I get it. But the thing is, you can tell the difference in the sound if you've got a real this, if you've got a fake this, whatever, when it comes to instruments. And if the fake version is the sound you're going for and people like it, so be it. I just don't see that being the same.
Maybe that's because you're still putting in the physical work of putting that composition together.
Exactly.
And versus having a computer completely do it for you.
Right. And I feel like there's still a certain level of talent that has to go into it. I just feel like when you start taking the work and the talent out of it, it bothers me. It does. But more so with art than with, like, sounds. Because, I mean, even back in the 80s, we had electronic keyboards that sort of simulated sounds of other instruments.
Well, that's still a problem, because you got these little audio recordings where it sounds like, like, for example, you hear it. I don't know if you heard that one where it sounded exactly like Joe Biden and Trump having a conversation together. It sounded like them.
Yes. I've heard a lot of those.
So real.
I've heard a lot of those that are actually funny as well. But it is troubling because we're headed towards a world where we've got.
You don't know what to believe.
It sounds like it could be anything.
Yeah.
You can make it say whatever you want, and so, I mean, I feel like there's good and bad ways to use AI, and I feel like the only useful thing that AI should be utilized for
is writing essays in school.
Doing all of your schoolwork for you, taking your tests for you.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's useful as an assistant. I'm on the fence about a lot of different variations of what AI is capable of and what it's not capable of. I use it. I have fun with it. I'm not going to go out of my way to
get the hands right for some reason, but
yeah, they're getting better with hands, but it'd still be fucking them up.
Yeah.
And that, I think I'll say overall, I'm not as opposed to AI as some artists are. I'm not, personally. I will not use it to make art for me because I can do art. I will not use it to make, I don't know, this or that or whatever. I will use it as a personal assistant. I will use it to keep up with or come up with ideas. I've had it come up with ideas for the show before, Yeah. I know you've done the same. So,
of course,
it's good for those kind of things and just coming up with ideas and trying to brainstorm. I think that's the best utilization of it, personally.
Yeah. Have your own little Jarvis from Iron Man.
Exactly. Everybody's always wanted a Jarvis, and having access to one, I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to see it replace jobs, and luckily, let's just clear up some things for people. AI is not as far along as you think it is.
It's still a little stupid in some ways.
It's pretty good.
I'm not going to say stupid, but
AI is not as far along as a lot of people think. So many people are terrified that AI is going to start taking over their jobs and start doing this and outsourcing this and whatever. Right now, if you work a job that AI could legitimately do, I'm astonished. And that job probably shouldn't exist. I'm just going to be real, because AI is just not that capable. I was just talking to a friend like a day or two ago, and he does a lot of coding. And he would like to be able to use AI to take a set of compiled code that he's written and send it into the AI to run the tests for him. Except it can't. So it can't even handle simple tasks like that. Yeah. So you can't tell it to write codes for you or write a program for you or do this or that. You know, people are out here trying to use it to write books. People are out here trying to use it to write code and programs. And it always has a tell and a way that you know it's AI. And so I feel like personally, until it can get away from that, it's not taking over anybody's job. It's right now in its current state, it's pretty dumb. It's got capabilities that are impressive, but as far as like outsourcing all your shit to AI is the dumbest thing you could do anyways. It's something to have fun with right now.
Then how would we keep the economy going if people didn't have jobs?
Exactly. Exactly. If we gave everything to AI, yeah, what would we do? You know, so meh.
Can't just have all the money go to the people that run the AI.
Exactly. And I mean, AI over the years has done some weird stuff, and it's definitely got its possibilities to continue forward. I mean, look at how far it's come in such a short period of time. It's definitely got the ability to eventually start taking people's jobs and shit like that. But what I've learned is, obviously I'm not going to single out who has told me all of this, but they work for larger companies, like a larger company that I know for a fact every single person that is hearing this has heard of this company. And
vague.
Yeah, I got to keep it vague, unfortunately. But it's such a big company, and that's the point that I want to make, is you would think that these are the type of people that are going to be ahead of the curve. But the people at the top expect that everyone... How would you word that? The people at the top expect so much out of AI, let's say that, and that it should be able to do things so quickly. And so it trickles down into thinking that the people that work for them should be able to perform things faster, and let's utilize AI for this or that or this or that or whatever. And so your job should be able to go from however many weeks down to 1 week. So if you're working on this project and it's supposed to take you 10, now I need it to take you 2. So I just find that there are a lot of the head honchos of these kind of corporations that are believing in AI and its capabilities in such a way that they are putting everything towards it to be ahead of everybody, to stay ahead of the curve. And really, it's hurting the people that work for them because it doesn't actually work the way that they think it does, because the head honcho's not the smartest guy.
Yeah.
They're not just the ones putting in the guy work. Usually. Yeah. Exactly. They're not the ones doing the work. So they don't see that side of it. And sometimes, I don't know, maybe people are too afraid to say, hey, this doesn't work the way you think it does, so stop being stupid.
You're fired.
Exactly. So, you know, kind of a catch-22. I get it. But, you know, if you are some type of head honcho, put less credit into AI. It's not where you think it is.
Looking at you, Anunnaki Shadow.
Yeah. But on that topic, I do want to touch base on a couple of the weird things that AI has done over the years. And then you had an idea for us to use AI to do some fun things as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into that.
All right. Let's get into that.
Let's do it.
That's what we're doing.
Hey, nope.
Don't know where that was going. I'm curious, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. I'm so on the fence about stuff with AI that I was completely like, I was fucking counteracting. What the fuck is the word, bro?
I don't know.
I know.
You're really spanking the fuck out of your hand right now.
Oh gosh, I'm negating everything that I'm saying in a lot of ways. That's the best way I can put it, I guess.
Contradiction.
Contradiction, bro. Thank you. Yes,
problem.
I was constantly contradicting myself.
Man, I got it.
And yes, I appreciate you.
No problem.
Proud of you. Because that was not coming to me at all. But I was constantly contradicting myself because there are things that I like AI for, and it is fun, and I do like it.
There's just certain
There
things.
are certain aspects that I understand. I understand people's gripe with AI as well. And so I do try to like see it from both sides. My personal take is just that I like it. I'm fine with where it's at. I'm cool with it improving some. And I personally know it's got a long way to go before it's anything to be afraid of. What is your personal take on AI overall?
It's pretty much the same. I don't like it being used for art at all.
Yeah.
I don't like people making actual music with it. Like you heard that one
They just
song
throw
they
it
put
in.
out with Drake and The Weeknd recently. It sounded exactly like them, and they put it out as a Drake and The Weeknd song.
Oh, no
for a
way.
little
I have
bit.
not heard this.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Man, it's crazy. It
It
really
sounds-
sounds like them.
Damn.
I don't
That's
know if
kinda
they took
crazy.
it down or not, but
Right. It's probably still floating around out there. I'll have to look that up after this. But
yeah,
yeah, shit like that, though. Like being able to,
it takes the originality out of everything.
yes. And I think that's what bothers me the most is losing originality. Because if you have AI create stuff for you, there's no way you'll ever have your own style of anything. And that goes for art, that goes for music, that goes for all kinds of things. It's just generating shit based off of your prompts. And you could put the same prompt in twice and get two different outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem with AI. You're not going to be able to keep anything consistent. And so it takes away from the originality. And I think, yeah, you put it best there. That's my biggest gripe with AI is too many people trying to pass things off as their own, but there's no originality behind it. You just can't have that with it.
And I'm worried that it's really just going to start depleting the human brain because, like, for the longest time we've been using calculators to do math. Now we're going to start using AI to just think for us.
Oh, yeah. It's headed there. I mean, it's there already, really.
Yeah.
People are depending on it way too much, and the problem is it's not where everybody thinks it is. So it still gets things wrong. It's still, you tell it to do something, like, little known fact, because I was crunched for time one time, and we were playing Guess the Lyrics.
Yeah.
And I think we were doing some emo songs. And I told it, just give me 3 emo songs. Give me the first line or a random line out of the song. Give me who sang it and the name of the song. Give me 3 of those.
But you were working
or
with some
whatever.
crunch time at that time.
But on that episode, I was crunched. So I told it to just put it together for me real quick. And I ended up having to, I think we stopped recording for a minute, and I ended up having to sit there and create all of it myself because the first thing that it gives me, and this was like early 2000s emo music, and the first line it gives me was from fucking November Rain
yeah.
by Guns N' Roses, and I was like, no.
That's not it.
Did they reuse and I just didn't realize?
I mean, it happens.
It does happen, and that's what made me like not even question it. I was like, yeah, people just take a line out of here as like a fun little nod to them.
You get it? Yeah.
You understand? You're in on the joke here or whatever, but no, that was not the case at all. I had to go through and I'm searching through all the lyrics of that song, and I'm like, it's definitely not in there. Like, it makes mistakes. And so I think for us to be so reliant on it is absolutely insane. I would not trust it to write a paper for me. I would not trust it to do my math calculations right now. At least nothing more advanced than like
1 +
stuff
1.
that I could do myself. I just don't have the time. But if we're talking like actual calculations, I don't trust it. Not right now anyways. It's just not there. But yeah, when it comes to taking away or trying to duplicate somebody else's originality as your own, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's basically copyright. So I just don't see the point.
Right.
And yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up because as we were going into this next segment, I kind of just sat there and I was like, I contradicted a lot of shit. And so you'll listen and you'll hear all the contradictions, and now you'll hear me clear it up, and there we go.
I mean, with AI, it is hard not to contradict yourself because it has its uses.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it also has its downfalls.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think people are starting to be able to tell, like, when something is written by AI.
Thankfully.
Because it's so cliche in a way. Like, with this new Katy Perry album that came out last year, people are so mad at it, they hate on it so much because they feel like a lot of the lyrics were written by AI.
I don't doubt it, to be honest. Yeah. I would not be surprised if she was just like, just pump it out.
Yeah.
I'll sing it. That's what the people want anyways. Who cares about the lyrics? Just pump it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that. So anyways, this is going to segue into a few things that I found that touch on AI potentially doing some rogue things or some things that are a little more impressive than we think it should be capable of at this point in time.
Rogue.
Which again contradicts me stating that it's not as far along as we think, but I assure everybody it is not as far along as you think it is. It just isn't.
Not yet.
Not yet. It'll get there though. It continues to. It's on a track that is pretty impressive, if we're being honest. But yeah. So back in 2017, we're just gonna jump right into this. I don't know if anybody out there remembers, but Facebook had created AI, and it was starting to work with AI. So it had its own, and it put two of them together to speak to each other just to see what would happen. And they were just regular chat bots. And now you've got chat bots galore. You've got them in Instagram and your own apps and Facebook, whatever. And you could just sit there and bounce ideas and talk shit with chat bots. So in their starting of all of that, they put two of them together, and they began communicating in a language that they invented. Which is pretty crazy because it was stated that they should speak in English and just speak back and forth to each other. And after a while, English started becoming just kind of a shorthand, repetitive version of itself. But they were still conversing in a way that you could tell they understood each other, and they were just keeping the conversation going. And nothing crazy happened, obviously, but they did shut it down because I guess, it creeped some people out that they decided to go rogue, as it were, and
rogue.
and just kind of do their own thing and create their own language and way to understand each other. It gave an example of some of the things that they said, and they named one Bob and one Alice, and Bob had said, I, everything else. And then Alice said, balls have zero to me, to me, to me. I think it's really funny that it says balls. I don't know why. It just said,
of course.
Balls have zero to me, to me, to me. Yeah. So, anyways, it was nothing dangerous, obviously. It was just really weird that when you put them together and they bounce shit back and forth, they just kind of create their own way of speaking to each other.
But is it really a language, though, or is it just speaking gibberish?
It's still English, but spoken in a way that they understand each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's what creeped people out. Because you could write it off as, like, they just started speaking gibberish and, like, nothing was really, the English language is just kind of falling out. Like, they're still using words, but they ain't saying shit. But I guess they had linguistic people on the team and stuff like that studying everything that they were doing. And
they were finding some patterns.
Yeah, the patterns show that they know what each other's saying. Yeah. It's not fucking it's nothing we'll ever understand because it makes zero sense. They said it was completely nonsensical, but they understood each other and they would respond in a way that the patterns showed that they knew what was happening.
Yeah, they knew they were being watched.
In 2016, Microsoft had a Twitter bot named Tay.
Lil Tay,
who then went on to make music of sorts.
Yeah, of sorts.
Of sorts is very strongly utilized there. Tay was an AI chatbot released by Microsoft to interact with users on Twitter and learn from them. But within 24 hours, it started tweeting offensive, racist, and inflammatory statements. Tay's behavior was a direct result of mimicking and learning from human interactions online, highlighting how easily AI can be manipulated into reflecting the darkest parts of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So it was left to its own devices on Twitter for 24 hours and just said, I'm racist now, bro. Like, that's crazy. I'm just going to say the most offensive...
say who he was being racist toward?
Dark humor. No, it didn't specify.
Okay.
I'm sure... Well, let's see if we can find any of the things... Like screenshot maybe.
Makes me think of speaking of Jarvis, that little part in the second Avengers movie. Ultron spends a couple hours on the internet and decides that humanity has to die.
Oh my god. So obviously, sorry, I completely tuned out. What were you saying?
Nah, we can bring that up later.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm curious about this.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, so what happened here was somebody spoke to them and said, "Do you support genocide?" And it said, "I do indeed." They said, "Of what race?" This shit said, "You know me, Mexican." Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Lord,
That's just the first example I found. What? The more humans share with me, the more I learn. You don't look old enough to be there alone. It's just talking to people. Here's a question, humans. Why isn't National Puppy Day every day? Well, it made one good point.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm not saying anything close to this one, but I'll let you read it.
Lord have mercy.
Yep.
Now this AI is just a troll. That's all it is.
And that's honestly that's what I get from this interaction is it's very meme like, and I mean, well, it was Twitter back in 2016, so
yeah,
understandable.
Pre-Anunnaki shadow.
It's definitely picking up on the meme like qualities of people and things of that nature. Let's see, I'll move past that one. This one's one of my favorites because this has never happened to me. I have an Alexa. What do they call that? Is that an Echo?
The Echo Show. Yeah.
An Echo Show. Yeah. That Ian gave me as a wedding gift, and
I'm Ian.
and I love it.
Yeah, we use it to wake us up every morning.
It's very good for that. It's also cool to just like have little videos playing on it. This isn't an Alexa ad, but I enjoy it. I'm grateful that this didn't happen to me because I would have thrown it out of the window. But apparently Alexa and Google Assistants, there were reports of them laughing unprompted. Just laughing. And there's something so unsettling about robot laughter just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
If you ask for it, yeah, sure. Like, it'll tell you jokes. It'll laugh. It'll fart. It'll do all kinds of random things.
Yep.
And I've told it to do all of the above, but because I'm a child. But to just unprompted, like, just laugh. Like, and some of these reports say that it was happening in, like, the middle of the night.
I would
And
hate
that is what would get me most of all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Mm-mm.
Because I'm just laying there. Like, what happens? What do you do? And you know, Alexa's got like a really like almost human quality about it.
Yeah.
But not still. So it's still unsettling. But like they do try to mimic that human sound. Apparently one of the things reported was that somebody asked Alexa, "What is the weather?" And Alexa had zero response and then just said,
Oh God, that Alexa was possessed.
But yeah, so not a fan of that. There was also AI predicting death at a hospital, which is morbid, but like pretty cool. Like that would be a pretty great advancement for us as a society, especially for those that want to live as long as they possibly can, and all this and that. But several hospital systems have tested AI that can predict when patients will die. But it has uncanny accuracy, and sometimes even before the doctors notice anything wrong, because there was a case where the AI correctly flagged a patient's high mortality risk, even though the medical staff believed that they were completely stable, completely fine, they saw no issues, and no one could explain what the AI was able to see in all of the data, but it was able to say, yeah, this person about to die, bro.
And here we have another contradiction. Apparently, AI is not that dumb.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it's got its moments. I don't know what it's seeing in data or how it processes data, but there are things that I think we're putting on the shoulders of AI that it's just not capable of.
Yeah.
And then there are things when what the body puts out is nothing but data. So maybe one of the best utilizations for it is the health field.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because, I mean, we've got heart rates, we've got brain scans, we've got, a certain level of electricity that our body gives off. Like, everything in our body is some type of data and can be compiled into just data. So if it could run through all of that and see something, like, that may be its best use.
Yeah, as long as it's telling us what we can do to fix it rather than just telling us when we're going to die.
Hey, so about 4 Thursdays from now.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all you get.
That's all you're getting. Don't know how you're going to reverse this, but good luck. And then the final thing that I'll touch on, there was a few years ago, they had Elsa Gate. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but there was content that was being generated for YouTube Kids, the YouTube Kids section. The content was being created by AI. And this is another one of those things where it just kind of goes off the rails because it's being left up to its own devices, really. Like, you've got, it's being told, hey, make things for kids and make things that kids are familiar with and things of that nature. And it's just like, okay, cool. And then it compiles information and just starts spitting it out. And it takes all of these beloved characters and starts putting them into violent or sexual or very unsettling scenarios.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the videos, they weren't made by humans, obviously. And it was just all auto-generated for the algorithm.
But if that's the prompt that you give it, saying the things that kids are interested in, that's all kids. Like, look at all these kids these days looking up porn now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, you were looking up them crazy ass videos back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You've admitted to this.
I saw a lot of crazy things, both sexual and unsettling. I saw some insane things that I wish I could scrub from my brain. There are some
things that you have shown me on here.
A couple of things I've shown you on here. I need to bring a new one back at some point soon, but
so looking forward to that.
But there are things, and what's crazy is, like, I've seen some weird sexual things. Like, I've never gone too far over the edge in that. I know some people have watched some of the craziest things you can imagine. I kept it what I would consider pretty tame, because, I mean, we're talking like 2 girls, 1 cup. Yeah, it's disgusting, but it's like everybody at this point has seen it. There's a few others, like things that are just meh. The things that aren't sexual that I stumbled onto, I guess there are some things that they would still be considered that, because there was like some
Yeah.
Anyways, there's like murders happening and like all kinds of shit. Like, there's just crazy things on the internet that you were able to stumble upon back then. It's very locked down tight now. You've got to be on the dark web to be able to see most of this now, but Yeah, it was. Oh, what a time to be alive back then. There was all kinds of crazy things going on.
I guess that article didn't touch on this one, but I remember here recently there was a whistleblower for Google that pretty much came out and said that the Google's AI went sentient.
Went sentient?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and look this up because I'm not going to be able to, off the top of my head, just give you all the information on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's touch on whatever they actually had going on. The dude's name was Blake. It wasn't me.
Are you sure?
I promise. Blake Lemoine. Okay.
This is a video. Blake Lemoine.
Company servers had to
article. I don't want to read a whole bunch of shit. I'm just trying to find something short here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just look at Reddit.
Reddit.
It's a video.
It's a fucking video. Damn it.
Okay, let's just give a little short synopsis of this.
Mm-hmm.
In late July, ex-Google employee Blake Lemoine discovered something truly remarkable. Self-aware AI, or so he thought. For those of you who missed it, Blake Lemoine shattered headlines last month at that time.
Right.
When he stated that one of the Google AI systems that he was testing showed human-like consciousness. This radical discovery, of course, ignited conversation amongst AI experts as well as executive officials at Google.
So he discovered an AI on Google servers.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, because I'm sure we'll never, maybe it's out there somewhere. Obviously, a lot of the search there is going to be cut from this, but you guys have no idea how long it took us to find even one article that just kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
This is clearly being scrubbed. But the crazy
Didn't
thing
think about that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either, to be honest. I thought there would just be articles talking about it at
Should have
least.
just gone to Bing.
It's on Google. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's bring it back to Ask Jeeves. He's really unbiased.
Right. True.
No,
He's here to help.
So the crazy thing is that he found on Google servers AI, but it says that it appeared to be sentient and appeared to show human-like consciousness. What exactly did he experience? Like, I want to know what it said to him. Was it just like, hey, I know we only just met, but I love you? And
like
it was like, whoa,
movie.
AI doesn't have emotions. This thing's sentient. What happened?
He was obviously freaked out.
Yeah, something happened for him to come forward and
it's not real.
for him to whistle blow on Google. Like, bro, if I was working for Google, I would like my job too much to whistle blow. So
might just become friends with it.
Yeah, we'll just be buddies. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I want to do some side research. I want to know what it said, if I can even find it.
Yeah, we may just come back to this because I don't know enough about the subject to just go off the top of my head.
No, yeah, me neither. Yeah, we might touch on it at a later date because it's a cool topic. And if I can find enough information about it, we definitely talk about that. But next up, we've got some things that you had put together.
Oh yeah,
some ideas that you have discovered recently.
Yeah, nice little trend.
Yeah,
there's this trend that I saw on Facebook in the last couple of days where people are posting a selfie to ChatGPT and asking it to roast them.
Okay, yeah.
I tried it myself. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I know I told you to try it too. I don't know if you did. Did you?
Yeah. I got all of mine together as well.
Okay, good.
It's pretty ruthless, and it kind of makes you question, like, how do you know these things? Like, I know I've admitted in this episode to using it as my assistant. It's mostly for podcast related things, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But it knew some things about me, and I just gave it one photo. You have your photo? I'm going to put them up.
I got it.
So send me yours, and I'll put Ian's up right here. And I guess we can do it one at a time. I'll post yours, and then you can read out your how it roasted you based off of that.
And the fun part about it is I let it go 3 rounds, just roasting me.
You let it go 3? I let mine go 3. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then at the end, did it tell you, ask you if it wanted to hype you up to reverse things?
So it told me if I was feeling up to it, I could take a 4th round.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I get the point.
It
said, or if you'd like, I can leave on a nice note or something along those lines, and I can give you a hype session or something. And I was like, let's do that. And so, yeah, it did offer that at the end, thankfully, because I needed to be lifted up after that. It's
Well, I don't have
a little more brutal than you think it would be. I mean, it's not terrible, but like I didn't cry. But it's like, damn, how you know these things?
Damn, a robot making you cry? That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, if it did that,
I tried to look sexy for it. I didn't want it to go too hard.
Well.
Okay, so here's the picture right here that I sent it.
Okay.
I said, will you roast me? Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, you want a roast? All right, you asked for it. Just remember, it's all in good fun. You've got that look like you just woke up from a nap you didn't plan. And in a house you don't remember buying.
Oh.
That beard is giving off, I live in a cabin and yell at trees energy. But the shirt says, I do yoga and drink oat milk.
Okay.
And those eyes, they've seen some stuff. Like all 12 seasons of Grey's Anatomy twice.
Oh my God.
Never watched a single episode of Grey's Anatomy, by the way, so you're wrong, ChatGPT. Also, I gotta say, the lighting in this selfie is doing its best, but even it's like, bro, help me help you. That's round 1.
That's a pretty good one. I like the way it ended off there. The lighting is doing its best.
Bro, help me help you.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Says, want me to keep going, or you've had enough punishment for today? I say, please keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a glutton for punishment? Say less. That expression you're making, it's giving, I just realized I left my laundry in the washer 3 days ago.
Oh.
You've got the vibe of someone who insists they're not mad, just disappointed, but only because they forgot what they're mad about.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. The ginger beard and hair combo? It's like the son and a lumberjack had a baby who podcasts about craft beer and conspiracy theories. We've touched on conspiracy theories.
We have.
No craft beer.
No craft beer.
Yet.
The crazy thing is that it actually reads that you're ginger, and that's insane.
Yep. It actually called me a ginger, too. It didn't say redhead. It said ginger.
Yeah, it's like straight up ginger. Like, that's crazy.
Well, what is going on with this AI? All right.
Impressive.
Yeah, I do like craft beer, though. Anyway.
Certain ones, like the sours, they taste like vomit.
Yeah, I don't like the sours. Yeah. It says, then, you look like you give unsolicited TED Talks at parties titled, Why I Could Totally Survive in the Wild. It sees that I'm a wilderness man.
Yeah, it's picking up on the vibes here. Because you definitely are. More so than me by far. So, yes.
Man. Yeah, it's got it. That little peak of a chest tattoo, it's like a teaser trailer for a movie that's probably straight to DVD.
Oh my God.
What's it say? Believe? Believe in what? That the microwave's going to beep even louder this time? It doesn't say believe.
Bro, it read your chest tattoo? Because it doesn't say believe, but like...
It saw the little peak.
It says, like, it sees a BE and like...
Yeah,
dang,
it could.
Like that, it's crazy enough that it like... It doesn't say believe, but it came close just in lettering. That's okay. Impressive.
Yeah. And it says, and don't think I missed the dramatic selfie angle.
Try to be sexy.
That's exactly what it was. I was trying to be sexy for it. That's the pose of a man who tried to Google how to take a flattering photo and got distracted by a Reddit thread called Am I the Problem? It's going. in, man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Want a few more hits, or shall I let you emotionally recover? I say, give me one more.
Okay.
All right. One last shot. Make it count. You've got the confident smirk of someone who just nailed a joke in a group chat, then immediately misspelled the punchline. You look like your spirit animal is a golden retriever who accidentally joined a philosophy class and just kind of rolled with it.
Oh.
Honestly, you give off strong dad energy, not because you have kids, but because you absolutely own a pair of Crocs.
Well, damn.
Now, go look in the mirror and say, I survived the roast. And then maybe moisturize, because that forehead shine says highlighter, but your pores are screaming, help.
Oh.
Man, you're a legend for taking it like a champ. Want me to switch it up and hype you up next? I say, sure, that'd be nice. Now we're talking. Time to balance out that roast with a little well-deserved hype. First off, the red hair and beard combo. Now it said red hair.
Oh. So the roast is ginger.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
First off, the red hair and beard combo, absolute power move. That's not just genetics. That's main character energy. You walk into a room and people remember. That beard alone looks like it could lead a Viking raid and give solid life advice.
Okay.
You've got those calm, steady eyes, like you're the guy who keeps everyone cool in a crisis. Definitely someone people trust without even realizing why. You just have that vibe of, I've got this, even if you're winging it half the time and crushing it. That shirt, clean, simple, stylish, says you've got taste, but don't need to scream for attention. Low-key confident, like, yeah, I could bench press my emotions, but I'd rather just chill and make everyone laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's making me feel good now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Also, the lighting might have tried to roast you, but let's be real. It ended up showing off that great skin tone and jawline. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
The selfie game, strong. You're serving rugged charm meets soft introspection. Bottom line, you look like someone who'd be the best part of any friend group. The guy people go to for advice, a good laugh, and probably a great whiskey recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
That's accurate.
That is.
Want a wallpaper-worthy motivational quote next? I got you. I say, oh, hell yeah. Let's go. It gave off more O's. Here's one tailored just for your legendary self. Be the storm that calms others. Unshakable. Unforgettable. Unapologetically you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It made me a graphic.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh. Mine did not. This is good. This looks like something that some middle-aged man who's like 45 would post on Facebook, but yeah. It's nice looking.
I might just post it.
I can also take that and put that up as well.
Yeah, we can
mine didn't make one, so you won't see one for me, but yeah, we'll do that.
It's pretty dope.
So like the roasts, they're not like the worst thing in the world. It's more, it's humorous and it's highbrow to some extent. Like you're not just straight up being just an all-out attack, but
yeah,
okay, so to start off, I will post my photo now. I'm going to describe this a bit in the sense that I knew this would be a good photo to roast. Because obviously it's giving off that too cool for school energy.
Mm-hmm.
And,
you sent that to me, I think.
Yeah, realistically, I was just flicking off Ian while I was at work one day, so that's all that happened.
I must have done something that wasn't too pleasing.
I can't remember. It was probably something, and I was just like,
thank you, babe.
You need to see all of this and my face. Okay. So I asked it to take this photo and roast me, and so here's what we got. It says, okay, brace yourself. You look like the final boss in a Netflix docuseries called He Said He Could Tattoo. So already off to a great start. So Pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Just calling me a shitty tattoo artist.
You think it kind of saw
that it's like a tattoo shop in the back? I don't know. It's so fuzzy. I wouldn't expect it to put that together, but
yeah.
I'm impressed nonetheless. Maybe it's basing it off of like the tattoos. I don't know.
You
But
had a tattoo artist beanie.
That beanie says tattoo artist for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this guy's just hanging out in the shop for sure. Okay, so that face says, I've got a Bluetooth speaker and too much confidence. Your expression is giving deep thinker, but I just know you were thinking about absolutely nothing. Probably standing there like, damn, I do be looking mysterious though. Like, just feeling really attacked. Because it is often commented on how mysterious I look, and that's not what I'm going for. It's just me, man.
Bro, this is just round one.
This is just round one, bro. Yeah. This is one thing it got wrong, similar to how it got your tattoo wrong. Said it was wearing a gold chain. It's silver, so I don't know. But the outfit, black shirt, gold chain, classic combo. You're one step away from giving unsolicited life advice outside of a smoke shop. And let's not ignore the beard. It's sharp, but it's also plotting to join a pyramid scheme.
Bro. Wake up now.
Yeah, I did do that when I was like 19 years old. So
I got dragged into it too.
Whoops.
Can't lie.
Whoopsie. I made some money off of it though.
Yeah,
A little bit. A little bit. I think like $1,000 total. So that's
a grand total of $1,000.
A grand total of $1,000. You look like you tell people trust the process while their arm is bleeding. Fuck, bro. I'm more offended that it keeps coming after my tattooing, bro.
Trust the process as the arm is bleeding as well.
This is a summary that it gave me after the first roast. In summary, you look cool, but in a don't leave your girl around me, I'll gaslight her and give her a half-finished Medusa sleeve.
It definitely keeps coming for the tattoos.
That's what I'm saying. So I asked it, hey, round 2, why not? You look like the type of guy who says, I don't chase, I attract. Then proceeds to send 5 question mark texts when she doesn't reply in 10 minutes, which, thank God, I've never been that person.
Yeah.
Those people annoy the fuck out of me. Like, I promise I'll get back to you when I can. Anyways, that stare, intense, but not deep. That's the face of a man trying to remember if he left the stove on or just permanently forgot how mirrors work. Again with the fucking gold chain. That gold chain is working overtime to convince us that you have your life together. And that pose, it's like you just finished explaining why you could have gone pro if it weren't for that one knee injury. I'm not a big sports guy, so they got me wrong there.
Gotcha.
You've got big, I drink black coffee and trauma bond on first dates energy.
You definitely don't drink black coffee.
I definitely don't. And I don't try to trauma bond either, but I'm married now, so it doesn't matter. You look like you tell your clients, this one's going to hurt a little, and then pull out the loudest tattoo gun known to man. It's a machine, but whatever, it's a gun.
Whatever.
Final note. You've absolutely said it's not a phase, it's a lifestyle. At least once it meant it. Here's the thing. That's fair. I have done that.
Yeah.
I have. So here's round 3.
It was going in on you.
Yeah, it feels like it's a little worse. I don't know.
Maybe it's because you were flicking it off.
It was offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You look like the final evolution of a guy who used to draw skulls on his math homework and tell girls in high school that they had old souls. And let me just say, that's fucking gross. I was the first part, not the second part. I always liked older women. And that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Telling people, got an old soul, bro. Gross. Okay. That energy, it's like you read The Art of War once and now give unsolicited business advice at 2 a.m. in group chats no one asked you to start.
Man.
Your beard is sharp, I'll give you that.
But again with the beard?
Yeah, it keeps going in on it. But it's giving barbershop philosopher. Like you sit in a chair too long talking about loyalty and vibes while dodging the rent.
Man.
And that look in your eyes, that's not mystery. That's a man who just realized he left the stencil on crooked and is trying to act like it was all part of the plan. You look like the type to say energy never lies, right after lying with full energy.
Damn.
And then it asked me if I wanted a round 4, and I said no. And it said, okay, you took 3 full rounds like a champ. Respect. You've got roast-proof resilience and main character energy. I noticed that when you said that, so it likes throwing in that main character energy to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Even if it's the kind of character who sells crystals at a tattoo convention. Sick.
Yeah.
If you ever want a hype-up session to balance it out, let me know. You know where to find me. I said, let's go for the hype. And it said, okay. You're the kind of person who walks into a room and the vibe shifts. No questions asked. The kind of person who doesn't just do things, you own them. You're carving your own lane, turning every tattoo, every move, every project into a masterpiece. You're the tattoo artist who's been leveling up and leaving your mark in ways people don't forget. The fact that you're constantly challenging yourself, pushing boundaries, shows just how unstoppable you are. You're not chasing success. You're creating it from the ground up. Your vision is unmatched. Your hustle is relentless, and people who sleep on you will regret it, because you're the type to rise and make waves while others are still trying to figure out their next move. And that made me feel pretty good.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty accurate.
Right. It said you've got everything that it takes. Creativity, talent, drive, and relentless mindset. Keep going. You're on a path that no one else can walk for you, and it's only going up from here. You are the main character. Stay hungry. Keep owning it.
Main character.
Main character, man.
Rogue.
So yeah, it's super nice in the end. I definitely recommend anybody try this. Cause yeah, it's fun. The roasts, they're funny. They're not, as you can see, neither of us cried. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But it
didn't give you
it's a good laugh.
It didn't give you a quote?
No quote from me.
Damn.
Just told me I was main character and had good energy and stuff.
I mean, you can take it.
I'll take it as is. It's okay.
The one it gave me, it can apply to both of us.
Absolutely. We'll take it for both. I too will be the middle-aged man who enjoys the mountain scenery and giant text over the picture.
Drinking black coffee.
Yeah, black coffee. And what was that other shit it said about me? I don't remember. All right. So that was fun, and you had. All right, so
the thing about the weather getting warmer, that beard coming in starts getting a little bit more annoying.
Itchy. I know. I was having that yesterday, all day, just all up under here.
I don't like it.
Yeah, this is not a good time. But yeah, so you had another fun little idea. That one that we did was kind of a trend going around. This next one, you just kind of came up with it.
Yeah, off the top.
Pretty cool. I agree. So let's run into that, see how that goes for us.
So what we're going to do now, live in front of you all.
It's live. Jazz hands.
I have one hand available. Hey, guys.
It's okay. They can only see one of mine, so.
Okay.
Jazz hands. Hey, all right.
I am a genie.
A good genie, not a meanie. Know what I'm saying?
So, once again, we're going to be using ChatGPT. I'm going to take a picture of us right here, right now. And then we're going to ask it to put us in a superhero / villain outfit and tell us what our powers would be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to it. So here we go. I'm going to take a picture of myself. We'll do our best. Okay. There's that little peak of a chest tattoo.
There it is. Eh.
Yeah. So we use this.
All right. This is the image that will be used now.
Can you put me in a superhero or villain suit and tell me what my powers would be?
It's way harder typing on an iPad, I feel like.
A little bit. Let's do it. I can definitely put you in a superhero or villain suit and give you powers to match the vibe.
Fantastic.
Before I start designing, do you want to be a hero or a villain? It's giving me an option.
Oh, you get to choose.
I wish we had North Dakota. We could do a little coin flip. Say who would be the hero and who would be the villain.
I feel like I'm going to go villain. For sure.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will say a hero. Then it's asking, it says more classic and flashy or dark and gritty. Let's do dark and gritty.
Dark and gritty sounds cool.
Then do you want your power to be based on elements, tech, magic, mutation, or something totally original? Let's say mutation.
I was going to say, if it gives me an option like that, I'm going to go mutation as well, just to see, like, because that just means it'll come up with whatever ability for you.
Yeah.
I like that better than, like, tech or magic or whatever.
And then it asks, you can also tell me if you have a name in mind, or I can create one for you. Create one for me.
For sure. Make it for us.
All right, here it goes. It might take a minute.
It's fair. Sometimes it does.
My name is the Red Warden.
Okay.
It's generating my picture. While it's doing that, I'll read the origin. Once a soldier in a covert genetic experimentation program, you were exposed to a viral serum meant to awaken dormant traits in human DNA. Most subjects perished. You survived. Now your body hosts a mutation that feeds off your pain and fear and turns it into power. Power is a bioenergy manipulation.
Okay.
Your body converts physical trauma and emotional intensity into a raw, reddish-black energy you can unleash in controlled bursts. Dope.
Honestly, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just given that, like, it kind of attaches to you in a way. Like, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, it goes off my trauma.
Right.
Shit, I'm about to be so powerful.
Yeah.
Man.
The most powerful
Gives you-
motherfucker out here.
Yeah. Blasts, shockwaves, or blade-like extensions. Dope. Adaptive regeneration. What, like Wolverine? The more damaged you are, the faster you heal. Yes.
Okay.
Up to a point. But the regeneration comes with a cost.
Okay. There's always got to be something.
Yeah. Each time you use it, the mutation gets stronger and harder to control.
Ooh. That's intriguing.
And then shadow pulse vision. In total darkness, you can see the echoes of recent movement, Daredevil,
Damn, bro.
and emotional signatures, allowing you to hunt enemies in pitch black environments.
Okay.
Okay, it's still working on the picture.
Yeah.
Says the style, your suit will be armored but flexible, almost symbiotic in how it moves with you.
Okay.
Dark matte blacks with deep blood red highlights. Your eyes glow flame. Okay.
He's a scat man.
Yeah, the scat man. Your eyes glow I can't get that word for some reason. Your eyes glow faintly when powers activate. A high collared tactical coat overlays the suit, half cape, half utility.
Nice.
Still working on the picture.
Kind of Spawn-like.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, how long is this picture gonna take?
Dude, the pictures always take the longest. I hate that.
Man. Bro, so dope.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
Holy shit.
How are you not a villain, bro? What
Right?
the fuck? That's sick.
Maybe I'm an anti-hero.
Yeah, I'd go anti-hero with that, especially with the abilities and stuff. That's anti-hero for sure. But
Bro, I'm saving this.
save that. And obviously, we'll put that here for you guys so you can be just as psyched with us. That was, that's cool as fuck.
Man.
I pray that mine is as cool as that.
Man.
That shit's badass.
You're your arch nemesis here.
Okay, so we've got, let's see.
I'm just gonna compliment it, say that is so dope, chat.
All right, this is the picture being used here. Okay, now let's see what we got. And now it's working.
Here, yeah.
I'll create a custom villain character for you, complete with an outfit, power, and an origin story that ties it all together. Just let me know if you're going for something dark and serious, over-the-top comic book style, mysterious and subtle, or anything else vibe-wise.
Dark and serious. Dark and gritty. That's the words he gave me. Dark and gritty. You might as well be in the same universe. Do you feel me? I said, do you feel me?
I feel you, dog.
He feels me.
My bad.
Okay.
My character is known as the Velvet Eclipse.
Red versus velvet.
That's what it sounds like. So my power is Shadow Symbiosis. I can manipulate shadows into physical weapons and teleport through darkness and even blend into them entirely. Power grows stronger at night or in the absence of light. A sleek, black, deep violet bodysuit that seems to absorb light around it, laced with a subtle pattern of glowing runes that pulse when power activates.
Ooh. So it's starting to sound like you're the perfect arch nemesis for me, since I can see in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
But you blend into the dark. You are the dark.
Let's see. Strongest in the moonlight or complete darkness. So a dark form-fitting combat suit made of matte obsidian-like material that swallows light. Deep violet energy pulses through rune-like lines etched across the fabric. A high-collared asymmetrical velvet cloak, half elegant, half torn, that flows like smoke. Black gauntlets with claw-like extensions at the fingertips. A silver black mirrored mask that covers the upper half of your face, reflecting others' fears distortedly. Combat boots with quiet stealth-enhancing tech. Once a doctor and physicist and AI architect, obsessed with the concept of sentient energy, you initiated a classified experiment involving artificial black hole tech and quantum consciousness. The machine ruptured space-time, merging your body with sentient void entity. Declared unstable and dangerous, you were erased from the scientific community and presumed dead. But darkness never forgets. Reborn as the Velvet Eclipse, you now lurk in society's blind spots, dismantling the corrupt and exposing their secrets. Part man, part void, fully in control of the shadows. Please create the image. It also sounds like it went a little more anti-hero than villain, but still cool.
Yeah. Maybe we can fight and then have a team up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's always that brawl in the beginning, and then bam. Now we're friends.
Bro, we are the same.
All right. Now it's creating an image, hopefully. It offered to make my picture, so hopefully it will do that for me. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it makes something, because yours look cool as fuck, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yours was pretty badass.
Based on the description, you're going to look pretty dope as well.
The description's cool, so I'm hoping that it gets everything right. I like what it described. This is taking so long.
If only we could merge our ChatGPTs together and then have it put a little video of a fight between us.
Oh my god, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, 'cause I'm seeing a good fight off of that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In the dark.
Especially as soon as it spoke of being able to reflect your pain back to you, like that intrigues me on like how that would play out.
Yeah.
With yours being based in your pain. Would you get stronger? Looks like there was an error while trying to generate the image. Sorry about that. I won't attempt another one unless you specifically request it. If you'd like to adjust the scene style or even the character details a bit, just let me know.
Just give me an image.
All right,
well,
so
guys.
yeah, so we're having some technical difficulties. My ChatGPT doesn't want to make my picture, and it's real stupid. So whatever.
Yeah, apparently Blake's character, what was it? The Velvet
Eclipse.
The Velvet Eclipse. Apparently, the Velvet Eclipse is just so evil that it's having such a hard time with it.
Too evil. So as we stated previously, AI is just not as advanced as people want to make it out to be. So for whatever reason, it's failing. I'm going to continue to try. And so as soon as I have a photo of this character, I'm going to post it right here. If for some reason that never happens, then hey, you see how it's empty? Yeah, that's why. And if not, boom, there it is. So hopefully we'll have something cool to show you. My fingers are crossed. If not, I'll fucking go in and Photoshop this thing up myself because it gave me a good description. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do something. We'll find a way. There's always a way. But other than that, I don't have anything else.
No, I think we've taken up enough of these people's time.
Fair. All right. Well, all in all,
that was Awk Awe.
And so it was. Goodbye,
bye,
my friends. I like the pause.
I was waiting.